Hi, I'm Julie Lithgow. I'm Director of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about a really interesting project we've put together for primary school children. What we love about primary school children is they have this massive capacity for imagination, but also for kind of information and knowledge gathering. And we wanted to build ourselves an army of shipping enthusiasts, ages 8, 9 and 10. Because they'll take that enthusiasm home, and that's going to make our communities, particularly where we started, the schools in East London that are right alongside the banks of the Thames, have a kind of greater understanding and enthusiasm for some of the ships that they see passing by. And we decided to put together this programme. The gem of the idea was we can't expect teachers to understand all about our shipping industry, our maritime world, but we do know that teachers follow relatively clear curriculums within Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. So we looked at the Key Stage 2 curriculum and we thought, how can we marinise this? How can we bring a little bit of the maritime world into those primary school classrooms? We talked with a Key Stage 2 teacher. In fact, we had a Key Stage 2 teacher lead us all the way in this project. We took really interesting parts of the curriculum, for example, a science experiment where children are learning about magnets, and we decided to try and marinise that experiment so the children are now learning how to make a compass.
Hi, my name's Anita Donaldson. I'm a primary school teacher in London, and I would like to talk to you about the Why Shipping Matters Introduction to Shipping program developed by the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. This is an insightful program that has two purposes. Firstly, to raise the profile of shipping within primary schools, and also to provide a resource to teachers that's ready to use and directly linked to the national curriculum. Each lesson contains detailed lesson plans and resources. They're hands-on and engaging and exciting for the children to relate to. Each lesson contains custom-made resources and presentations for teachers to use in the classroom. And children have the opportunity to learn about things such as imports and exports, buoyancy, navigation, and even writing a letter to a captain of a ship themselves. The most popular lessons by far are the interactive science lessons. There are numerous opportunities for cross-curricular activities linking science, literacy and geography together. One of these is the navigation lesson, where children investigate magnetism and create their own compass with their peers. Another really positive lesson is where children write to a captain of a ship who is sailing at sea at the moment. The children have the opportunity to explain a little about themselves while practicing their writing techniques, and they also are able to ask the captain questions themselves. Each class receives a response to their letter, which is exciting for all of the children involved, where the captain responds, answering the questions that they've asked him. In the trial schools so far, the feedback on the program has been overwhelmingly successful. The schools thus far have provided us with some insightful feedback into how to adapt the lessons to better suit the needs of children in the classroom. This has allowed us to make the lessons individualised and differentiated to support children with SEN and special needs. Each lesson has its own success criteria, starting activity, main activity and plenary, which means that the entire lesson is designed and planned for the teachers. Feedback from teachers is that they enjoy the flexibility of the program. It's easily been adaptable to fit into current classroom activities and current classroom timeframes. They've particularly enjoyed that there is limited work on their part in terms of organising resources, as the resources are already available and provided by the Institute. When you request a program kit from the Institute, you will receive a box fully equipped with everything that you need to run the program within your classroom. You will find a map for the navigation lessons, and then inside the box you will find detailed lesson outlines and lesson plans, as well as electronic copies of presentations and resources to use within your classroom. A number of experiment resources have also been provided to ensure that you can complete the science activities without needing to find any resources yourself. The program resources are designed to be taken off the shelf and used immediately. All the teacher needs to do is to review the lesson plan prior to the lesson, print out the resources that they need, and then teach the lesson to their class. There is no prior knowledge of the maritime industry required in order to successfully teach these lessons with your class. Each of the lessons has a focus on a hands-on aspect, engaging the children by having them involved in physical aspects of the lesson. In one lesson, children are able to pretend that they are a particular country. They're given commodities and they are able to trade these commodities with other children who are representing different countries. This is helping the children to understand about the world of trade and also gives them a little bit of insight into imports and exports. The science-based lessons are focused around experiments. The children work with a partner or in a small group collaboratively to investigate for themselves the importance of magnetism in navigation. They are also able to investigate through a science experiment the importance of buoyancy and how sinking and floating work.
One of the things we were able to do in the first experimental phase was to trial it in a few schools. So we were able to trial it in both state and private schools and get some feedback from the teachers there. One of the things they liked the most is in the schools pack, for example, an experiment about why things float. We were able to include things for the science experiments. So for teachers, it was really easy to just pick up their maritime box and decide what session they wanted to do that day. The end of this project now is to make this available as widely as possible, and it's really fantastic to see that this small gem of an idea is being linked up with a number of other organisations to make it free access for schools and to have as many young people learn just a little bit about our amazing maritime sector.
If you would like to try this project at your school with your class, please contact the Institute. There are staff on hand to assist you with any inquiries, and they can post out all the relevant resources to you, which will arrive at your school within the week.